So I've been biting my tongue on this shit for a few days, man. My homeboy told me leave it alone. Don't even get into it. But it's like I can't help it, man, because it's kind of like getting to a point where I'm just annoyed by it and I'm tired of hearing about it and motherfuckers don't know what they talking about, yo. And like I said, I normally don't get into like celebrity shit and shit that's going on in the industry, but I'm just tired of the whole American rapper versus UK rapper thing, yo. I think that shit is weird, yo. Because I could see if it was an American rapper or a UK rapper that initiated the shit and it became like, some type of friendly rivalry or whatever the case may be. But it's like a corny ass Canadian started this shit, yo. And it just kind of turned into something that just don't really make any sense to me, yo. Cause and like I said, man, like I don't usually get into shit like this, but I feel like kind of pertain to me and my peoples a little bit because, for those who don't know, I'm sure a lot do know, but some that don't know, I fuck with London real heavy, yo. Like, I went there 3 years ago. I'm going back again real soon, like sometime this year soon. And I work with artists over there, and I learned about some shit over there. I don't know everything, but I know more than a typical American does when it comes to that rap shit over there. And it's just nothing to compare for one, yo, because the way they rap, like their style over there, their culture over there is just different than ours, man. So it's like motherfuckers don't even really rap the same to even compare the two for real. I I work with some British artists, you know what I mean? Some of my brothers, man, like, and they really fucking spit, yo. I don't know if the whole argument is about um who the better rappers are, who the better lyricists are, or whatever it is. I mean, I think it's all stupid, but like they rap different, but when it comes to that lyrical shit, man, like they really put them words together, yo. We do too in America, you know what I mean? We definitely got lyricists. They got lyricists over there though, man. It's just, the way they deliver it is the same and people out here over here, man, they be like, man, they ass, yo, they trash, and it's like, yo, y'all clearly not listening. Like y'all hear the accent, y'all hear the cadence, y'all hear the beats they get on, so it's different. Like that's why I say it's not comparable. Um, and here in America, it's like we got different regions that all sound different. I'm not sure if it's the same in the UK. Like I don't know if like Birmingham and Manchester artists sound different from London artists. Like I'm not really that far into how shit works in the UK. I only been to London and only have worked with London artists, but I even know that all London artists don't sound the same. So it's like over here, I see a lot of people like, well, who this person or who that person over there. Like I don't like they shit, and I'm like, yeah, I get it, but that's the same as not liking somebody over here, but you can't, what I mean, let that determine how the whole country sound. Like, so I just don't want to see like a gap being made, you know what I mean, and a disconnect and like a unneeded I don't want to call it beef, yo, but just you know what I mean. It's like I fuck with my UK brothers, man. My dudes that I do music with. You know what I mean? I don't even look at it as competition. I look at it as like, man, we bringing two different places together. You know what I'm saying? And we making shit happen, yo. And I'm gonna continue to see it like that. And I mean, I know it's all for good entertainment and shit, so I ain't gonna say I'm like taking it to the heart or nothing. But like I said, it's just more annoying than anything. You know what I mean? Because it's like a lot of people on this side, like I don't know, what they talking about in the UK. Like they could, they could feel the same way. how a lot of Americans do about them. You know what I mean? But a lot of the shit I hear Americans say, yo, it's like, man, like y'all entitled to feel how y'all feel, but you only basing it off like a small percentage that you hearing, yo. They don't realize like a lot of that music that they do fuck with, you know what I mean? Some of that shit be deriving from, over the UK or from people that reside in the UK and shit. So it's like, man, I think, none of that shit don't even really matter for real, yo. It's like as long as people making good music and, shit's all good, man. The motherfucker that started this shit, like I said, man, he a cornball, yo, and for him to even do that when, you or your country ain't got shit to do with shit, and I understand, like if you know what I'm talking about, like, yeah, yo got like a lot of pull and a lot of influence over there in London and shit, but it's like, man, to get on stage and say some crazy ass shit like that for whatever reason, bro, like you weird and corny for that, yo. But like I said, man, shout out to the UK, man. Like I said, man, I'm going back to London real soon, man. And I they got spitters over there. I can confirm that, yo. To all the people here in America saying that they trash and they don't be rapping like that, like I beg to differ, yo. Like I could really put y'all down with some shit, but you know what I mean? It's like it ain't even no point, man, because people just be saying shit just to say it for real, yo. Like, you know what I mean? Just be wanting to be a part of, what is trendy at the moment and shit. So it's whatever, man. But don't ever think the UK ain't got no spitters. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's coming from an American, yo. Like, they really rap, yo. Like, I got songs with some dudes that they really show their ass on that, man. They really cut up. I don't know how you say it in the UK, but you know what I mean? They got off on that joint though. You know what I mean? So I just had to vent about that shit, bro, cause I just get tired of hearing it, yo, and I'll be glad when that whole narrative died down. Like now you got like a big name UK artist and a relatively big name American artist going back and forth on the song. And I mean I understand like they probably not taking no hard feelings to it, you know what I mean? They probably, doing it for the sport, which, like a lot of this, dissing and all that, you know what I mean? That's what that's about for real. But it get deeper than that though, man. You know what I mean? You don't want to create no type of animosity between people that don't really have shit to do with shit, you know what I mean? From the rap perspective, you know what I mean? The fans and all that, like we all need to be trying to band together, for the culture as a whole and shit. But I don't want to be talking in circles, yo. But shout out to the UK, man, and like it's spitters everywhere, yo.